Yeah? So this is male and female for both sides, yeah? You've been in a relationship and you're the only one giving. And we got people in here that talk about, oh, I don't give to receive. But you know what? Don't date me. Keep your no receiving ass over there, mate. Yeah? Because I give to receive. I don't give to receive the same thing. But if I treat you good, treat me good. You know what I mean? That's me receiving. I ain't gonna treat you good and you keep treating me like shit. I don't know who put that narrative out there. Some idiot, yeah? But I don't believe in all of that. I personally believe that if I give you something of good energy, give me something back. Doesn't need to be the same value, but it needs to be the same intent. Yeah, if I'm trying to make you happy, make me happy. All of this, I don't give to receive. That's how you find yourself by yourself. You get me? Anyway, I'm gonna play this video and I want you lot to hear it. I'm gonna play it twice. It's only a minute. It's only a minute, all right? So listen to this.
Taking care of your wife, but a stronger man is one who puts his wife in position for y'all to get the bag together, to where she's just as strong as you, if not sometimes stronger. The way that me and my wife relationship is set up is that I'm the executor. I go out and get the bag. I'm on the phones, I'm closing deals. My wife is the one who's the organizer. She literally organized the entire Jumpin' Jack Tax brand, as far as all the way down to the aesthetics, getting the website right, letting me know how the process should be. And then I just had to take the system and say, all right, I'm about to breathe life into this thing. And now we got over 200 and something offices. But if you got a wife that you just taking care of, and now she's just going to become a bill. Now you're just a liability. You subtracting from me and not adding to me. Other than what? Sex? But we all know sex gets old. What I'm gonna do the same 3 positions every night? I'm not doing that. It gotta be more to the equation. We gotta mentally stimulate each other. We gotta get the bag. We gotta spiritually pray for one another, speak life into one another in life. When you get a woman like that, that's when you kind of take that to the taking care of your.
Ooh. 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 Yes. Yes. Yes, I'm going to play it again for the people at the back. I'm going to play it again for the people at the back.
But a stronger man is one who puts his wife in position for y'all to get the bag together, to where she's just as strong as you, if not sometimes stronger. The way that me and my wife relationship is set up is that I'm the executor. I go out and get the bag. I'm on the phones, I'm closing deals. My wife is the one who's the organizer. She literally organized the entire Jumpin' Jack Tax brand, as far as all the way down to the aesthetics, getting the website right, letting me know how the process should be. And then I just had to take the system and say, all right, I'm about to breathe life into this thing. And now we got over 200 and something offices. But if you got a wife that you just taking care of, and now she's just going to become a bill. Now you're just a liability. You subtracting from me and not adding to me. Other than what? Sex? But we all know sex gets old. But I'm gonna do the same 3 positions every night. I'm not doing that. It gotta be more to the equation. We gotta mentally stimulate each other. We gotta get the bag. We gotta spiritually pray for one another, speak life into one another in life. When you get a woman like that, that's when you kind of take that to the taking care of you.
Come on, people. Come on, people. Come on, people. I'm just saying, though. Do you know what I mean? That moved my spirit, man. Yeah, that moved my spirit. I had a conversation with a good friend today, and we was talking about organic roles. We were talking about organic roles in a relationship. Yeah, what are the organic roles in a relationship? Times have definitely changed, okay? And I think when times change, people change. Yeah, people change, okay? So when he said what he was saying about, you know, you don't want to be with somebody that you got to take care of, I don't think he meant literally. Yeah, if your woman or man is sick, yeah, you're going to help them. You're going to make sure that you do everything to help them get back to full strength. Yeah, but what he meant was generally speaking, you cannot be a bill that is added to the bills unless you are contributing to the bills. Ooh, I felt that one. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, that spoke to me. Sometimes you put things on Instagram or Twitter or whatever, and people just see the headline and don't listen to the information, okay? Generally speaking, we cannot be overspending. We cannot be eating out every day. We cannot be clothes shopping every single day. If we are trying to buy a house, if we are trying to make sure that our kids have a good education, if you are with somebody who is constantly happy for you to spend, buy them Louis Vuitton bag, buy them a red bottom shoe, and that's all they are in the relationship for, then it's long. If that is their happiness, then it's long. What are we building? I like a woman that says, you know what, baby, I really like them shoes, but you know what, I don't need them right now. No, I don't need that right now. Give me that money and let me put it here so we can let that multiply. Come on, people. Come on. Yeah, but yet you'll be in a relationship where all these fancy things, you just keep spending. And this person is like, oh, thank you, babe. And then you're saying to yourself, wait, no time you're ever going to, like, tell me no? You're never, ever going to be like, you know what? I don't even need that right now. Let's just put it here and build. God, there's some people that are like that. They'll say yes. You'll be on your last £5 and they'll still ask you. If you offer it to them, they'll still say yes. And they're the people that you cannot have in your life, people. You cannot have those people in your life. Then, let's move over to, not the takers. We just finished on the takers. Let's move to the insecure people. The insecure people, yeah? The insecure people that will just be in your relationship, yeah? And every time you got good news for them, they're not really happy for you. And you say to yourself, how can you not be happy for me when I am building for us? Here I am going out there grinding, doing all the work or whatever, and yet you tell me that you're subdued, your energy is subdued when I tell you that these amazing blessings that are coming. But guess what? Before I met you, I was getting it cracking. I was getting it cracking for years. And now God has blessed me in this moment, yeah? Yet, all you do is don't even think about your journey because your journey ain't been about nothing. Your journey ain't been about nothing. So now you meet with somebody who has been grinding for years. You meet them and then you just believe. Okay, so now you are the partner. You just believe you can just take. Okay, I get it. Not with me, darling. Not with this motherfucker. No way. No way. Because people don't appreciate your journey, especially when they haven't taken the journey with you. People will come, they call them the 11th hour, yeah? 1 hour before midnight, yeah? So this clock has been ticking. Your life has been going tick, 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 tick. Buy yourself. Tick, 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 tick. Struggle. Pain, tears, emotions, crying, people hating on you, people chatting shit, being broke, all of that by yourself. And then they meet you when you actually have moolah, and now they think they can just enjoy. Okay. Hey, as my friend Samina would say, wizard. Hey, you are a bloody wizard. Yeah, I would like to say something else, but wizard feels good. I like cussing people. I like cussing. I need to stop, man. But wizard, I like wizard. When I say wizard, it's not cussing, but I feel like I'm cussing. Wizard is the new word. You are a wizard. Yeah? So, guys, I'm sure we've had one or the other. I am sure we have had one or the other. People who only take in a relationship, yeah? Continue to take. And then you got insecure people that when you come up with a good idea with them, they always go, bro, that's long, I'm not even sure if that's even going to work. Shitting on your idea because they ain't got no ideas of themselves. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus is Lord. Listen, I'm getting sweaty under this hat because I'm mad emotional because we've all been there, yeah? And some of you are still in those relationships and they still make you feel a certain way. Hold tight, Willie Jones in the building. They still make you feel, and you're there. You're there because you, for bullshit reasons. Because you feel like you got more than one life, yeah? My God, you are a cat. Yes, you are a cat. You have 9 lives, yeah? Is that what you believe? All right, cool. Let's see, innit? Let's see. So tonight, people who only take, or insecure people, have you dated any of the above? Let's get it cracking. Let's start the conversation, people. Load them up, yeah? If you want to send a request, send it through, and I'll bring it to you afterwards. Hello.
Hello.
How you doing, boss?
I'm all right, man.
Yeah, are you here for the debate, yeah?
Yeah, man.
All right, talk to me. What are you saying?
For real, I don't have much to say about this, but like you said, these days we have this problem where, when you work so hard to get, like you said, you work so hard to get to where you want to be, then you meet these people who they just want to, to pull you down by taking. I'm sorry to use this word. I'm tired of this, you know. I'm telling you, they just get on my nerves, you know. It's very difficult. Like when you're trying so hard to go higher, then you have these people, they just like they don't add to, I mean, they don't add to your success, you know. They're like complaining about you being busy doing this and doing that, not having time for them. But the truth is, if you're gonna be there, like you know, sit the way they want to sit, you can't go anywhere, you know.
That also, but also they'll turn around and go, "Why are you always at home?
I'm telling you.
Why don't you go out? Why don't you work? You can't. I hate.
Yeah, they will end up, you know, using someone else. Like, is this guy not your mate? I mean, why are you still doing there? You're supposed to be somewhere else. Like, but she is the reason why you where you are. Like, you wanna be home. You don't wanna, you know, meet with guys. You don't wanna go. Like me as a football player, I'm a friend of Diko who played in Cyprus together.
Yeah.
You know, I've had these girls in my life, like, you know, they don't want you to do anything. They feel jealous, like, you're not supposed to be there. I want to travel with my friends, go, you know, go to Cyprus, go to Greece, go to London. I have my family who, my sister lives in London.
Yeah.
But I can't visit my sister because she complained every time. I'm like, I don't know where you're going. Where are you going? What are you doing? Like, what about your business? What about your stuff? Like, you know, they just get on your nerves, man.
So is she insecure? Does she think that you're doing other
that's
things?
what I mean. The insecurity is too much. It's too much. I don't know. I mean,
and have you tried to? Because one thing I will say is, yeah, there's insecure people, but I also don't believe insecurity comes from nowhere. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Yeah, I don't believe it just comes from the sky and all of a sudden everybody's like insecure or they're worried. Sometimes people have a right to be insecure because of how they're being made to feel. So what is your perspective on how you was making her feel within her insecurity? Or do you feel like you was just doing what you're supposed to do, and then she was just still insecure anyway?
I think the insecurity comes. The first thing they think about is, if this guy is gonna go, you know, higher, I'm gonna lose this guy. But you see, in your own mind, you're just sitting there because, you know, if, like me, I'm somebody, I like to plan my stuff. You know, I'm very, very organized. At the same time, I will try to put them up, like to help them, to support them, to make sacrifices. But at the same time, they just look at you like, okay, if you want to make another step, they're like, no, you're not supposed to do that. Because imagine someone telling you that you've got one house, why you want to buy another one? So you're like, yo, wow. As a Nigerian, I have friends who've got like 2, 3, 4, 5.
Wow.
Dangote, he's got like mansions everywhere. If he goes to Dubai, he stays in his own house. If you go to Barcelona, he's got house everywhere. Samoleto.
See, that's dangerous. And I'll tell you why it's dangerous. It's because you meet people, yeah? Sometimes people meet you where you're at.
Yes.
And then they feel like, okay, this is my level. But what they don't understand is this level has to always mature. Otherwise, someone's going to be left behind. And I you know what? Like, that's so true. And when someone isn't ambitious and they can see you going places, they will try and keep you on the same level. And they'll tell you, you know, why do you need 2 houses? Because we want to make money. We want to have a family. We want to make sure that our family gets better than what we had. So this is a great investment. Who on planet Earth would say, why do you need 2 houses?
Imagine that. So I was like, you know, that's when I started thinking, oh my gosh, no, Josh, what are you doing? Then I was like, enough is enough. So I started, you know, making an arrangement like on my own. I was looking for the right time to say, hey, I can't do that anymore, you know.
Yeah.
It is what it is, you know, like this. But I try not to make problem to have problem with her, but I just
bro, it's always there's no good way to leave, bro.
I'm telling you.
There is no good way, bro. There's no good way to leave, man. But Josh, thank you very much for coming on, my brother.
All right, man. You too. I'm
respect, man. Thanks for coming on.
All right, man. You too.
Take care.
All right.
Oh, that is so sad. To me, that is so sad. There's a comedian. I have to find this. I have to play it to you. Comedian says that every person, every guy, he never said person, he said every guy. He said every guy dates a woman that they can afford at the time. guys, if you're broke, that normally resembles the kind of woman that you have in your life at the time. And when you make more money, you gotta shift it up. That was kind of cold, but I ain't gonna lie. I love because a little part of it is fucking true. You know what I mean? But anyway, let's keep it moving. That's gonna hurt some feelings in here tonight. All right.
Yes, Kojo.
Good evening, my brother. Who am I talking to?
Junior.
What's going on, Junior? How you doing, family?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Interesting debate.
Yeah, talk to me. Which one have you dealt with? People who take or insecure? Talk to me.
You know, I'm in business, and I've seen that both happen throughout, basically. But what I've learned is, well, it might be a piece of advice or maybe playing devil's advocate. I think sometimes it's also our responsibility to take them to that level, because, put it this way, they...
Okay, hold on. Take them to what level?
All right, so you got people who, let's say, let's go back to the houses analogy. So you got people on that mindset, oh, that's a waste of money. Why are you buying another house? Blah, 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 blah. They're trying to keep you on their level, which I 100% agree with. And you're trying to get up to the next level. But I guess there's certain people, for example, people that you're locked in with, like business partners or spouses, to a degree, it's probably your responsibility, or even your own children, to then take them up to that level of thinking where, no, you need to understand why. And I've even had this debate with a few people, because I guess you can't just leave everybody. There are certain people, like people I went to secondary school with, I just have to leave you and keep moving.
Yeah.
But I think there is a degree, like, for example, whenever I'm going to a new seminar, I buy an extra ticket for my missus, because I know I'm going to learn something that's going to change my mindset. If I come back home, I'm like, no, babes, we can't buy a new fridge because I've got a new investment plan. I need her to be on that same wavelength.
Very
Likewise,
good.
if she's reading a book, she tells me, look, you need to make some time to read this book, because I'm changing because I'm reading this book and I'm going to leave you behind. And as much as I hate it, I still have to read the book so that we're always growing together. Because you always, put it this way, I love that statement as well, that you always get the woman that is on, that you can afford at that time. But that means you never stay with that person if you're not growing together, because you're always growing. You're always growing. So you always have to keep learning together, basically. So I think that's where a lot of people go wrong. Yeah, you probably meet the wrong person and you elevate, they stay there. But I think it's also us as men and even the women, if you really want to fight for this relationship or you want to keep it, I think you've got to then make sure that you also grow together.
I think the key element there, though, Junior, the key element is your willingness to participate. Because sometimes you'll be throwing suggestions. Fam, when you know it's bad when you got to throw hints, man. Yeah? Suggestions are fine. No one should be out here throwing hints. Like, why you don't throw hints? You get me? And like you said, someone said Junior for president. You're on fire, bro. So listen, so the fact that you're saying, like, you know what, my wife has read this book, it encouraged her, it made her excited about progress.
Yes, of
course, now it's like, okay, well, like you said, we've got to be aligned. You know, a lot of us are doing this self-help. You know what I mean? And self-help is cool when it's by yourself, but you've also got to educate people. Like, when I meet people, I always ask them what books they're reading. I used to never, ever read books, bro. Never, ever used to read books. And then my life got better when I started to read books, because I was learning a lot of people's mistakes so that I didn't have to make them.
Trust me, yeah. But yeah, it's like you said, they have to be willing, because you're not saying, you know, you can lead a horse to water. You can't force them to drink at the end of the day. I remember I used to do talks in, well, before this whole COVID stuff, going to schools, do motivational talks and stuff to the kids. Yeah. And I thought, yeah, it's nice. The teachers always come back and say, yeah, this is amazing, this is great. But then I know for a fact, if you don't get the parents here listening to what I have to say, these kids, they're going to get gassed up. They're going to go back to that same environment where they had that mindset. And everything I said is going to go out the window. So as much as I'm talking to the kids, I need to talk to around, you know, their growth team, their parents, because that's the people that's going to
that's
keep
the
watering
root.
The seeds.
That's the root of everything. And it's, bro, man, you are talking some wisdom, bro, because it's so true. What is the point if the parents don't back it up?
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense, because they're going to trust their parents, because, you know, we're respectful to our parents over everybody.
That's it, yeah. So whoever's in that trusted circle that, you know, that this, you know, I've subscribed to growing with you, whether it's your business partner, whether it's your brother, whether it's your spouse, or whether it's your parent, they're always going to be an influence in your life. And that's why we feel like we have to cut them off, because you're too much of an influence. I can see next man doing stupidness on road. That doesn't influence me, but you're in my house. Your way of thinking is bound to influence me. So therefore, if I'm growing, I need you to grow at the same speed, and I need you to grow in the same direction as me. Otherwise, it ain't going to work.
Yeah. And I think somebody mentioned in the comments about being teachable. Do you see what I'm trying to say?
That's it.
Yeah. And sometimes people go, yeah, man, that's true, bro. But then they're not taking it in. Do you see what I'm trying to say? They're not teachable people. They just feel like they'll listen, but they won't hear.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And then it's like, okay, well, that was a waste of time. Do you see what I'm trying to say? So, brother, you have come and blessed us this evening, man.
Thanks, man.
Thanks for coming on, bro.
Cheers, bro. Keep up.
Thank you. Respect, man.
Bless.
Love that. Absolutely love that. This is what I'm talking about, mate. Some real ones coming in. You know what I mean? Talking that talk. Yeah. You in this debate show, you cannot hide. When you feel something in your chest, that you just heard something. You just heard something real. All right. Let's keep it moving. Remember, guys, people who only take or insecure people, have you dated any or both? Jeez. Queen, what's happening?
My people, my people. Where's my earpiece?
Why are you never ready? You know, every day you got a hat on. Every day. In fact, you know what, yeah? The first time I met you, your hair was all dumb braids and everything. Now, you got new era, this hat, that, this. You got a hat like that.
You like it. You like it.
You keep switching it up like me. Come on.
I want that hat. I want that hat. I want that cap.
Talk to me.
Oh, God. Have I? Okay, so first of all, I've dated takers, but back like sort of like in my 20s, like 18, 19, that kind of age.
Okay.
Now, I'm a person that my gift, I think as a person, I'm a giver, you know, in terms of that's one gift I've identified that God has placed in me. And I think coming up when I was that age, I was always giving. I didn't even pay attention to the fact that people were taking. Do you understand? They were just taking and they weren't giving me anything back in return. And this even included friendship, you know, because, and that's because I didn't know how to manage my gift. I didn't know how to, you know, I thought, okay, because it's something that I literally, the kind of person I am, if I'm not giving of myself for something, I'm uncomfortable. I feel like I need to be doing a selfless act. Literally, it's like that. So back then it would be things like I dated guys, I'm ashamed to say now, that would and they knew that, and they would do things like, oh, ask me for a pair of trainers, and yes, I'm telling you, stuff like that, silly stuff like that. And I think there's a level of responsibility as young women that you have to not let in this sort of thing, or people, or whether you're dating, whether man or woman, to not let in this sort of happen, you know. And I feel like it wasn't that I was subconsciously, I guess I was trying to have enough, give enough in the relationship for the two of us, but it's not possible. It's a two-way street. Okay, it's a two-way street. So now, fast forward years on, I mean, that was way back when I was young. Fast forward now, that thing cannot roll. It can't even happen.
Do you know what it is? I think the difference is you didn't respect your gift. See, a lot of us have this nature, this natural thing that God has instilled in us, But you and I am so the same, But I didn't respect it. I didn't respect it until it was disrespected.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And when it became disrespected, that's why you now have a Kojo who is saying, no, show me, no, impress me.
Yeah.
As a man, I've been told to impress women for the whole of my life. It's impossible now. Show me something, because I know what I can do.
Yes,
absolutely. I don't have to teach myself. I know what I can put out there, but I've never allowed myself to receive. But today is that day. Yeah.
Do you know what? You're absolutely right, because and you would notice something. The first time you step back and allow yourself to receive, it feels a bit uncomfortable.
Yes.
Right? It feels a bit uncomfortable because you're not used to that. You're used to being the one, you know, giving and all of that kind of stuff. But now one of the things I've realized is there has to be a balance in relationship. There has to be. Even things like now, this is why I always advise young ladies, make sure you don't just make friends with people your age or on your level. Older people, have people that you can, I'm not even talking, have older people that you can be friends with, that you can be in company, because you would save yourself years of BS.
I always say, this is my thing. And I will attribute it more to women than men. Because I think men, young boys, listen to their dad. Young boys listen to their dad. Very few boys will look at their dad and go, Dad, what do you know? But very few. Most of us listen to our dad, you know.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
We listen to it. Yeah?
Yes.
I think a dad kind of delivers a message differently to a mum. Yeah? A mum is safety first, isn't it? Protecting you. She doesn't want you to do outside. And as a woman, you're a bit more, I guess, inquisitive than young boys are.
Yes.
Because your bodies, you don't develop way more maturity than guys.
Yep.
Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Yep. So I always find, like, you have a whole museum in your house called your mother, yet you want to hear what your girls are saying at 16 who have not lived. All your girls can tell you is sideways information. They can only
who have not lived. They don't even know they don't even know how to pay a bill. They don't even know. No, it's true now, you know, because I always, you know, one thing I always say as well is that I really wish women, when we get into relationships, we don't jump into, because I can talk about this all day. I would save some women some years, I'm telling you. Because one of the things we do as women that are really bad, we meet a guy and we start cooking for them. What are you cooking? What are you trying to show him? Let his mother cook for him. Doesn't he have family? Where's his sisters? He doesn't have auntie. Do you understand? We give too much. Do you understand what I mean? We give too much of ourselves too soon. You know, and then we give the opportunity for the other person who's the taker to take. Do you understand? We're the ones, you know, you have to kind of not put yourself kind of in that position. And then when we're talking about insecurities, moving over to this, oh my God, you see that insecurity one? No, I don't have time for that. Even when I was young, I didn't have time for that. You know, I don't have time for that. If you did not get enough hugs as a child, that's not my fault. Go and look for auntie, or there's always somebody. There are Samaritans out there that will hug you. Okay? And if you go and hug yourself. I can't take on somebody else's baggage. And because sometimes the way they disguise the baggage, it doesn't come like, oh, they don't even know they're insecure. It's things like maybe you're off doing your own stuff, you know, building your own, and oh, you're not making enough time for me. You're not doing enough things, or you're out with your friends and they can't hold their own. You know, they can't hold. No, go and manage yourself. Me, I can't even deal. And an insecure man is the most unattractive thing to me, especially at a certain age. You know, when you're grown. It's not my duty and it's not my job to school you. I can't be schooling anyone at this age.
That's the thing. That's the thing. Like, you know, it's some side that, you know, numbers and age and time is all things that we measure a lot of things by. Yeah. And we look at people and we look at them and go, you know, you should know this by now and you should know this X, Y, Z. And I feel like to a certain degree, it's a bit unfair because we don't know the path someone has taken until their 40s. We don't know.
Yes.
And there may be sometimes a very good explanation as to why this person does not know how to pay any bills. Or this person is so comfortable just asking people to borrow money and never being able to give it back. Like there's so many reasons, but at the end of the day, none of them is my business. Like before I would be like, oh, okay, let me show patience, let me show time. For me, I'm sorry, I can't do that anymore.
Don't show patience, so no.
I can't do it anymore. For me, if you listen, one thing I've never respected, this is me or myself. One thing I've never respected was where I was at in life. Because I allowed myself to be around people that aren't out there. They're not there.
Tell the truth.
And forget finances. Yeah? I'm just talking about life. You see, when I come on here every night,
Yeah.
I have a story every night. You know why? Because I have lived.
God bless you. In fact, that deserves a dance. Let me dance.
Yeah? Asia. All right, Asia, I'm going to get you on my show. I need to put you on stage, you know. We need to see you performing. But real talk, like, I've lived so much, yeah? And I will tell you what, I have never made the same mistake twice. I've made loads of first mistakes.
I'm telling you.
But I've never made the same mistake twice, ever. Because I experienced life. Do you see what I'm trying to say?
And you take everything as a lesson. You take everything as a lesson. You don't put your stuff on somebody else. You take it as a lesson, and because there's only people who take it as a lesson that don't let it happen again and don't put it on other people. Do you understand what I mean? And I just feel like, which is why I think, you see, these, you know, yes, we talk, we have banter and all that kind of stuff. I think these lives are so important, you know, because the influence, you're coming like a big brother. Do you understand? In some of the knowledge that you're sharing, especially coming from a man's point of view. Do you understand what I mean? Coming from a man's point of view, because I tell you, particularly for women, when a guy is insecure and when a guy is a taker, it disguises itself, especially when you're there all in love, all wrapped up in love. You know, it's like it wraps itself up, it disguises itself as something else. You start questioning you. You start questioning whether you're the problem, whether you're not the one letting him be a man, whether you're not the one bringing out the best in me. I beg, go on, wherever you buried the best of you, go and look for it. It's not my job. I'm tired. I'm tired. It's not my job.
You know what, yeah? I find it, and this is something that riled me up. Somebody came in the comments earlier on the same thing that I sent, I posted, and they said that, you know, about this guy, this man being insecure thing and taking, right? So from a woman's perspective, answer me this. Our default, by default, and I think we're all kind of aware, of, you know, there's so many unwritten rules in life. Yeah. Yes. But one of the unwritten rules that I've grown up with, and correct me if I'm wrong, is that a woman is is a receiver, not in a negative way, but just naturally is a receiver, right?
Yep.
And the guy naturally is a giver. So when you have a man that is in a relationship, like, and he starts just taking, at what point do you realize, hold on, this ain't even your natural, your habitat, this ain't even your natural motivation? Because most men, let's take away finances. Say everybody was rich in the world. Say everybody had no money issues whatsoever. A man will still want to give. Yeah, we like giving. It makes us feel like men when we give.
Yes, yes.
For real, like I mean, I speak on me. When I was able to give, it makes me feel more of a man. It's when I can't give. That's when I feel like, oh, let me shut my mouth. Let me not say nothing. You know, when we go to the club, okay, let me just don't look at the champagne menu. Avoid it. Like that's me. But when I'm in a position where I can give, it makes me feel like a man. So when a woman is dating a guy who's just taking, what isn't there an early trigger that this is not right?
Okay, so it's two things. It's two parts. Yeah. First of all, some women grow up. Some women come in with insecurities. Sometimes they might be dealing with issues. Some guys, and the thing about it is, this is what I'm saying about when we talk about dropping. It's all linked to dropping your standards. Okay, when a guy comes in, do you understand? He talks more. We're paying attention to what he's saying, but not what he's doing. Do you understand what I mean? And I don't know why he's like that, but it's like, especially when you're going for guys for maybe looks and things like that, you know, things that are not, you're going for how things look as opposed to what he's really showing you. I think that's one side of it. The other side of it is that, unfortunately, there are some men, okay? There are some men again, it's about insecurities. It's about maybe how they're raised and all of that kind of stuff, or maybe not even having certain morals and values linked to them. Do you understand? Yeah. So they don't grow up seeing hunters. You know, when I say hunters, I mean men who hunt.
Yeah.
Who see themselves as providers, who see themselves as the one, I'm the one who, they're not raised like that. Do you understand? Some of them grow up seeing the woman is the one who grafts, you know, and they're doing. So it depends on the kind of upbringing, you know, or the kind of exposure you've had as well. And then also another thing that happens, okay, and I've seen this in some small cases, yeah, you have a man, okay, who is a good man, you know, has some morals, has some values. But us as women, we come in and we be like, oh, no, hey, let me spoil my man. Let me take care. Let him do something. We take that because we think we can do it. We think we're showing him.
Or that's going to make him stay.
We're showing him that, oh, I can cook. And oh, if he's got kids, oh, let me help him with his children. Leave some things. Even if you can do it, just leave some things. Do you understand? Let nature take its course. But we're too quick to show that I can be a wife, I can be a girlfriend, I can be a lover. We're quick to show all those things. Do you understand? Even in bed, I hope there's no under 18s. So even in bed, don't be climbing on top of him all the time. Let him do some work. Let him do. Ojo, I'm not playing. Let him do some. You two lay there. Let him do some work. And you are that. Let him. Do you understand what I mean? And then slowly start giving him little bits, little small. You know, it will be like
as appreciation.
Hey. You know, start giving him little by little. Don't give him everything the first time because you want. By the time you finish giving from the loving to even things like washing his clothes, arranging his wardrobe. You go to his arranging his own wardrobe. Let him get a cleaner. He can't get a cleaner. He can't get people to. Don't do things for him just because you can. And sometimes, because you can't control other people and their bad behavior, you can control how you manage it in your space. Okay? And how you manage it is just don't let it come to you. And if the man wants to go on like he wants to break up, let him break up with you. Let him, because when that man breaks up with you, what he's missing the most is the things you used to do for him.
But listen, no man will want to break up with something that they know they're going to miss. Facts. And if they're not going to miss it, they're out. It's simple as that. Because like we're logical thinkers. You know, if this is something that I feel like is doing great for me and I'm just being reckless, then I will be very careful on how I move. Like I said, when you walk into a nice house, no one has to tell you to take off your shoes. Nobody. You just feel like, wow. You just know, the rules when you walk in. When you approach someone and you meet someone, then how they move, how they speak, how they present themselves, the whole energy, the swagger. Yeah?
Yeah.
It lets you know how to deal with them. Sometimes women, and this is, you know, like women don't understand. See, guys, we will always treat you by the energy you're giving us. I am telling you this. And a lot of girls will be like, that's not true. And I'm telling you, you are never going to be a man, ladies. You're never ever
Let me dance. Wait,
I mean, it's 2020, so you never know. Some of you might want to switch it up, But I'm telling you, a guy approaches a woman on how he believes she should be received. I know there's certain girls here that I've had to build up confidence to talk to them.
Yes. Yes.
Me.
You have to go and count your words and make line them up good and proper.
Yes, because of how they present themselves and their energy, their aura, how they walk, how they move. I'm telling you. And the worst part of this is that just because you're a woman, you think you deserve it. You think every man should just approach you.
No,
or whatever.
All of you.
Are you mad?
You have to work for it.
This is what I'm trying to say. And also, sometimes, Asia, it's not even about working for it. It's just about being it.
Yes.
See? Sometimes it's just about being it.
You know me, I don't know the English. You know the English better than me.
But I'm saying, like, sometimes just be it. I'm telling you, guys, know when they got to keep it moving. You ain't got to ask to piss off. We know when we got to keep it moving.
Yes.
Every guy in here can tell you they've been nervous to talk to a girl before. Hey, big man, go and chat to her for me, man. I beg you, go and chat to her for me, blood. Because they know that if they're gonna go there, they have to iron.
You better come correct.
Iron, right. Put the same socks on. Because you know, guys, we don't care. If we don't have the same socks on, we don't give a shit. You know what I'm trying to say, yeah? We have to make sure the socks are matching. Shoe is polished. Like proper. That is how we move when we we know that we're around greatness, when we're around
royalty. Yes.
You understand? But people wake up and feel that they can just demand respect.
Yes.
Hey,
yeah.
In what land? In what land? I'm telling you, man.
Listen,
the worst guy knows how to move correctly.
Yeah. I got another thing. So I just caught something in the comments that went off when somebody said, is it the same in marriage in terms of how you are? Let's hear this, ladies. Marriage is different. Why? Because the man has made the commitment to you. So by the time you cross that threshold, you already know what it's about. You're going to manage certain things when you're married. Do you understand? Because as human beings, we try to stretch our boundaries, whether you're a man or woman or whatever. My husband will know where to check me when I'm not leaving him to be the head. Do you understand what I mean? You know, or when I'm not leaving him to lead the family. He will know what. And me as a wife, when I think, okay, maybe he's stepping down, you know, but the way we do is we're kind of watching each other's back. Because now it's not about, oh, if you don't do this, I'm leaving you. It's about, if you're slowing down in this, then we have to, what do we need to do to prop you up? Is it I have to make eba? Is it fufu that you need? Which one do you need that is going to fix the problem, my love? Do you understand what I mean?
There's always a cure with the belly, isn't it? There's always a cure in the belly.
Yes, so...
Oh, my God. Oh, Asia, man. Always. As you can see, everyone loves you, man. Everyone gets excited. Asia, you know what? When I'm sick here, Asia, you have to take over the show. You have to take over the show. I said, when I'm sick, you have to take over the show. My assistant.
No. I like it like this. Sorry. I like it like this. Let me respect myself.
Asia, thank you for coming on as always, man.
Love you,
later, yeah?
Okay.
All right, bye. Oh, the queen has entered. She has entered. Yeah, man. Good conversation as always. Yeah. Entertainment, knowledge, experience. That is what we are pushing on the debate show, man. Nice and easy. Did you get me? All right, let's keep it pushing. Let's get it in. Let's get it in. Okay. The champ is back. Come on. The champ is back. The champ is back.
I still don't even understand this.
What are you telling me?
This guy. All right, bro. Did I see you in the asphalt top earlier?
Who, me?
Oh, no. Was it a Lakers top?
No. Yeah, Lakers top. Yeah.
Lakers. Okay. What do you support?
What am I supporting? I'm supporting the winner.
No, the football. Don't do that.
Oh, football. Arsenal.
Oh, come on, this guy.
Arsenal.
What was I going to say to you? Have you watched the Michael Jordan documentary?
Brother.
Wasn't that the greatest documentary of all time? Fam,
I'm telling you, like, mad.
We'll talk about that soon, man. We got to talk about that soon, bro, because that was just phenomenal. If anyone hasn't seen The Last Dance, which is on Netflix, go and watch that. Man, woman, anybody who's trying to be great. If there's a greater documentary, I ain't seen it.
I ain't seen one yet. Facts.
Yeah, real talk. What? Bro, the amount of cliffhangers, a man just... Anyway, big man, it's been a while. Talk to me. What's going on?
What are you telling me? Now I'm here, man. I'm here.
So we're talking about like people who always take, or like insecure people. Like, have you dated any or both?
I've been listening to it. I think you're not being fair, you know.
Me?
Yeah.
All right, well, tell me why I'm not being fair.
Because there is an angle that you're not looking at.
Is that for another show or
no, for exactly.
Okay,
go on.
Tell me then.
Check this out, yeah. Do you know? Okay, yes or no? Some people, it's in their nature naturally to give, and some people, it's in their nature naturally to take. Yes or no?
No.
But
hold on. You're saying by default.
Yeah, it's just in their nature. Some people are just more giving than others.
Okay, so if you're saying to me that a guy will take to give elsewhere, I can accept that. But a guy, every man is raised, yeah, whether, even if they're taking, it doesn't mean they can't take, but we're not raised to take. No one, what man is raised to, when we go on a date with a girl, listen, if we had money, money was no object, because money changes circumstance. Fact?
Yeah.
Money will change your behavior, real talk. Yeah, if you can't afford to take someone out, you go on a date, you're probably likely gonna take, of course, because you ain't got no peace. So let's take money out of the equation. What man you know has and doesn't want to give?
Okay.
Organically.
Organically. Okay, cool. Let me make the disclaimer. Let me share it with you. Let me share it with you. I got you. Now, for some people, and let people in the comments like confirm what I'm saying. For some people, if you're a person that naturally gives anyway, you reach the point in your life where you felt like you're always giving and not receiving. That becomes a frustration, which then starts to anger you and might affect how you interact with people. Yeah?
Absolutely.
Now, so two things happen at that point. You either say, you know what, I'm not giving to no one else, or you accept that you're somebody that's just always going to be more giving than another person. Yes or no?
Yes.
Check it out.
I'm that guy right now.
Right. So check it out. So cool. So with that in mind, chances are you might have to accept that in a companionship situation, you're always going to be the one that gives more because that's your natural disposition. No?
Yes, yes.
Cool. So because the other person can't match your intensity, it doesn't mean they're not giving. It just means they're not as capable and equipped like you. So there is equality in other ways.
No, see, now I can accept that. I can accept that. If like for me, I've always said this, if I'm in a relationship, yeah, because I was talking about this earlier on about the role of today's mother, yeah, and the fact that a mother or somebody, not mother, let's say a housewife, yeah, housewife don't even sound exciting. Housewife doesn't sound like. I mean, we know it's a respectable job, but we don't. Yeah. But it's not something that people want to aspire to because it sounds or makes women feel like less than. But I'm saying, if I am when I meet you, if I'm in a position where I'm making considerably a lot more money than you, yeah, and I've been doing what I've been doing for 20 years, it doesn't make sense for me to stop that. I'm in the wrong relationship if I now have to stop that. Now, if I go out there and I'm making super duper money, right? And for example, we've decided that you're not going to work, you're going to raise the family, you're going to do all the stuff at home and take care of the house while I take care of outside the house. To me, bro, what you're doing is this exact same value of what I would do. I will receive that as my 50. I will receive that as the other 50, sorry. I won't say it as, bro, man's making all the peas out here and you're just, no. Because you have allowed me to not have to worry about inside the house. I can worry about outside the house. I have allowed you not to worry about outside the house and focus on inside the house. But the issue here is, I look at that as 50-50, bro. What I'm doing is no more valuable than what you're doing. The issue here is you probably don't feel like that's something that you want to do because it's not cool. He wants to be a housewife. There's a few girls that genuinely just want to be a housewife. That's what they want to do. I know girls like that. But the average woman now, nah, man, I want to live my best life and I want to make my money and why have I got to stay home? And they say all of these things as if their job isn't actually credible, and it is to me.
Okay, so again, that is one side of the coin. That's literally just one side of the coin. There's another side of the coin.
Yeah.
As an alpha male, one of your natural traits, one of the first traits of an alpha male is he knows how to empower people.
Absolutely.
He knows to give other people, how to make other people have a sense of belonging, a sense of purpose, a sense of worth. Absolutely. So check it out. You might meet a female who's not that way inclined, but just because you're an alpha, you can instill those things in them. Yes.
Yeah, but I don't want to do that.
Okay, cool. So this is why I'm saying you're talking about one side of the coin. You're talking from the point of not wanting to, and the other side of the coin is what is actually what. Because look, here's how you look at it. If you look at like the formula for finding out the truth, yeah, about somebody, you eliminate everything that's impossible. Anything that's left, no matter how improbable it is the truth.
Yeah.
Right?
Facts.
So cool. Check it out. So me as an alpha now, I know 9 out of 10 times, any companion I'm going to encounter to build with, I'm going to bring more to the table because that's just what an alpha does. Do you get it? However, because, listen, let me land. Because you're not able to match my intensity right then and then, it doesn't mean there is not room to nurture. It doesn't mean there's not room for you to grow. It doesn't mean there's not room for you to adapt. And I will give you that chance to adapt rather than say, you know what? You can't match my intensity. We're not supposed to mix.
That's fine.
So that's why there's a girl that everybody knows that in secondary school, she may have not been so confident, a bit shy, rare, whatnot. You buck her now.
Hey!
Now she's more established as a woman. Hey! She looks at you like a small boy. You're a small boy.
Yeah.
She'll give you that feeling. And you're like, wow. I remember what's her name from back in the day. She wasn't like that. Different experiences in life empowers people in different ways. So I think when you have a counterpart that is not as able as you, I think scope should always be given for growth.
But like we spoke to when we spoke to Junior a couple of conversations ago, are they teachable, bro? You hear what I'm saying to you? Because you could want someone to do X, Y, Z, and also if they want to, they have to want to. They have to want to. Do you see what I'm trying to say? They have to want to. So for example, I wouldn't look at them as taking. Like I said, if I'm in a relationship and a woman is handling the stuff inside the house, some people will be like, bro, man's out here making all the paper, all the and showing a lack of respect for what the woman is doing in the house. To me, I respect that because I was raised by a woman who was happy doing what she had to do in the house. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? And there's no problem with a woman that doesn't want to do that. But this is where a lot of people get into situations with people that aren't what they want. And then what we try and do is give them time to, maybe they'll, give them time to grow and all the other stuff. Growth can only come if you want to grow in that direction. I can't force a woman to want to grow in how I'm asking her to grow. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? And so that's why I'm saying, like, for me, I don't think that, I've got so much respect for women, but I've got so much even more respect for the different roles that women are able to do. So if you're a go-getter, and, we were talking about it on my podcast, and one of my guys was saying, like, if we're both go-getters, how are we going to have time for each other? And for him, time for each other is important. So he says, I'd rather be the go-getter outside, and I'd rather a woman who just wants to raise a family, and then I've got everything covered. For him and what he's looking for, that works. Because he respects what she's bringing to the table. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Mm.
But it's
yeah.
You understand?
So you definitely got a point. You got a point. I think. Okay, there is this code. Let me just. We're in 2021 basically. Yeah.
Mm.
There is a profession right now called a life coach. I know life coaches who are on 5 figures a year. You know. The reason a life coach can.
Good. Fam, these life coaches, yeah. Here I am doing this for free. And you're going to tell me about life coach that's making 5 figures. Bruh, that's why I don't trust some of these people. These life coaches.
But here's what it is. Human beings, yeah, their natural disposition is different from person to person. That's why a life coach can exist. Because the idea of a life coach is you can get somebody that's insecure or not confident, put him with somebody that is confident and secure, and they can boost their confidence and get them to raise their game.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So if you meet a female and you're really into her, it's up to you to make that decision that, okay, do I see the potential and the want in you to want to grow? Do I see that and am I willing to give my time to that and give my skill set and my knowledge to that and my energy and my love to that? Or don't I? So it's about how much you, because check it, when you connect with somebody on the frequency, on the right frequency, all of that stuff becomes automated.
Absolutely.
So I'm not even gonna, your weaknesses, I'm gonna love you. I'm gonna love the things about you hate about yourself. I'm gonna get you, I'm trying to say, because a real man has to be able to tell you weaknesses.
Sorry, I don't know if I turned on the African light, but these flies are coming to me, man.
Check it out, it's like this here. A real man, the same thing for a real woman, can inspire the right type of change in a person. Do you get what I'm trying to say to you? So the decision,
I agree with that.
The decision is not whether or not from the moment we meet you can match me, is whether or not I see the potential of growth and I'm at the frequency of with you to give you enough of my energy to see that growth happens.
It's important. It's important, A, to see potential, yeah. And in previous chats here, I've said that, you know, I used to look for potential, yeah. I used to look for potential. But I'm now at a space where I feel like I ain't got the time for that. I ain't got time for potential. Because I know I can find someone who's where I need them to be right now. Because you know what it is? If I continue to date potential with the experiences that I've had, I'm wasting that person's time. Because I don't have time for potential to be materialized. And guess what? Potential is a gamble. It's always a gamble because there's no facts behind it.
It's a gamble anyway.
No, yeah, but I'm saying, but I'd rather a gamble, you know, there's odds, isn't it? We know about odds, but everybody goes into the betting shop, but there's odds in it. Yeah? And there's odds for a reason, because your gamble is either weak, bro, or strong.
All right, let me ask you a question then. Since you put it like that, you meet somebody, they match your intensity, you feel like you're on the level, they're where you want them to be. They're where you want them to be right now. Yeah. You don't embark on a relationship. 3 years down the line, they go through something traumatic that affects their functionality. Yeah. Right? And that drops the level.
Yeah.
Do you then say to yourself, you know what, you're not on my level no more, and leave her? Or do you try to get her back to the level you know she can be?
You know what? She stays. You know why she stays? Because I know her consistency and I know the seed of this woman. See, the seed of the woman, it doesn't matter what she wears, bro. It doesn't matter what happens to her, if she loses her legs or arms or whatever. Her mindset, bro, will always be on a higher level. It's just her situation isn't. Bro, me and you have both been broke, bro, but we have rich minds. You hear what I'm saying to you, bro? I have never, ever felt, ever, and I've been broke, bro. I'm talking broke where I never left my bedroom for 2 weeks, bro. Yeah? But my mind was always rich. Always rich. Yeah. So a woman that has displayed a level of life, I don't care what happens to her. She goes nowhere because I know that it's in her to come back. And if it isn't...
When we pause you there, to say that, then you're going to have to accept that in that situation, you're going to give more than you're going to receive.
Absolutely. But for me, I would never, but I won't even feel like that because I know what's happened. And I can respect what's happening. What I cannot respect, bro, is people who are brainstorming, still brainstorming. Bare brainstorming, bare meetings. Yeah, I got a meeting. You see them on Twitter. Yeah, I got a big meeting today. Big meeting. Everyone's meeting. You don't ever hear the result, fam. They don't ever tweet what happened, fam. They don't even tweet. No one's tweeting results. They just tweeting what might happen. Yeah, we all know people. Yeah, I got one thing coming up, but I can't chat about it too much. You can't chat about it because it ain't solid yet. You hear what I'm saying to you? So for me, I can respect a woman who has displayed. Bro, I've said it before. You ain't even got to reach what you're trying to get to. You ain't got to reach what you're trying to get to with me. It's the intent to try and get there that I will fuck with for a lifetime, bro. You hear what I'm saying to you, bro? I will look after you for a lifetime because I know your hunger is trying to get there. But those of you who just relax, oh yeah, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll start on Monday. Yeah, them kind of people there, fam. Ain't got 0 hours for them people there. 0 hours.
No, but listen. Okay, listen to this then. Be that as it may. Do you what you look for a person, do you believe that you're gonna get it equal based on someone that can match what you bring to the table? Do you believe is that the criteria?
No, the criteria is for somebody to harness me and for me to harness them. So I've never gone into a relationship asking for something that I can do myself. See, I love a woman that can receive a Louis Vuitton bag, but also can afford it herself.
Yeah, don't try that one. Don't use that. Don't use that example. That's a cheat code. That is a cheat code.
Bro, no, I'm giving you an example. I can give you so many other examples.
No, but I'm saying that's a cheat code. I'd rather you use something a bit more organic. That's a cheat code. Of course, anyone's gonna like somebody that can afford their own.
Listen, yeah. If I take my woman on a holiday, yeah. If I take her on a holiday and I'm going blah 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 blah, but I know, you know what? When sometimes there might be a time when I'm light, bro. When I'm light and I can't do that, and it may be, you know what, man, damn, man, I wish I could take her on another holiday, but I'm light right now. I like the girl goes, babe, don't watch that, cause I got you this time. I got you this time. It could be even a dinner date, bro. A dinner date. If I pay, I like a woman to go, you know what? I got it, Kojo, next time. I got it. No problem.
Yeah, but Kojo, you see what you're talking about. Once you get amongst the bracket of just socializing with people in your frequency, the females you're gonna come across will naturally be on that wave anyway. And I don't expect anything different.
But bro, and this is what I'm trying to tell you. I ain't been on my motherfucking frequency, bro. I mean, hey, bro, I haven't, and it's not to disrespect anybody. I'm just saying to you, I've always, and this is what, listen, if I ask people to come on here, like yourself and other people, I ask for transparency, I ask for respect, I ask people to listen. Yeah, those are important things for us to be able to do a show like this, and people keep coming back. I also have to be transparent. You hear what I'm saying to you? I have to be transparent as well, bro. So for me, all I'm saying is that I've never really asked for something that I've already got. It's like Charlemagne says in his book. I don't read books on Tupac and all the other stuff, because what am I going to learn that I don't know already? He said I will read books on things that I have no interest in, because it can only add to me. Even if I never use these stories in my life, it can only add to me. So why would I go and look for a woman who can do what I can do for myself already? I don't need that. I need someone who can do what... Oh, listen, if you pay attention to me, you will see loads of gaps in my life. You will see loads of gaps. You can go, you can meet Jay-Z, you can work for Jay-Z, you can work for Russell Simmons, whoever. Don't matter how much money they got, bro. They've got gaps that need filling, cuz. And the right person will see your gaps and fill those gaps for you. And that's all I'm saying. I don't need someone to come and give me what I've already got. That's a waste of my time.
Yeah, no, I mean, obviously, I'll take your point. You know, I just feel like there is I think, again, for me, I'll finish off on, like, I think it's how you naturally are as a person. And I think some people, say, for example, a lot of people say to you, oh, my biggest weakness is my loyalty. I'm too loyal to the wrong people. That's a common complaint, right? And once you're that type of person, it gets to the point where you have to accept that, you know what, in some situations, you're just more able to give than another person. And that's just the way you are. And what that does is it stops making you be in a situation where you're giving to receive. You give because that's how you are. Now, in a relationship format, I don't think continuity should be strictly based on give or take, because here's what it is. If I'm useful, use me. If you're useful in a way, I'm going to use you. It's not a derogatory thing.
Very true.
Use me for what I'm good at.
Yeah.
You get what I'm trying to say to you? And I will use you for the things that you're good at. But it might so happen that we're not good at the same thing, and that's okay too. Do you get what I'm trying to say to you? Whereas I think the monetary element is what always plays a role in the give or take scenario in relationships. Universally, it's like the focal point. What is the financial circumstance of the person? For a woman marrying a man, I understand it that the man has to be able to provide, because as men, that's just our duty. That's not to say the woman can sit on her ass. However, as a man, you've got to show that you can raise a family. Those are different skill sets. But when you're measuring a woman, I would look at what's in her heart first before I look at what's in her pocket. I wanna see what your spirit is like first before I. You know what I'm saying to you? I'm gonna look into those things first before I look into anything else.
Yeah, but I feel like the thing with that is most people will say that, and it doesn't mean that you don't mean it. The issue I have with life is I don't want to sound like anyone that I know doesn't mean it. And it's so easy to talk. And that's why I come back to, I would always prefer to show someone and allow them to show me. There ain't a human being that breathes in and out, bro, that can tell me something that I believe, unless they show it to me. They got to show it, bro, because I know it takes more effort to display it in action than to display it from your mouth. Anyone can talk. Anybody can talk. And as a 40-year-old man, life has taught me, listen to what people do. Not what they say, because we've all said stuff that we haven't been able to live up to for various reasons. Sometimes it's out of your hands that you can't do it. Yeah, but consistently, what is that person doing most of the time? What are they doing most of the time, bro? Yeah, I can afford for someone to mess up here, there, wherever. What are they doing most of the time? If they're messing up most of the time, I'm out.
Yeah, but coach, okay, you see at your age, you see, let's not, actions definitely speak louder than words, but actions are more manipulated than words are. Because actions have more of immediate impact. Somebody could come and, so what you're telling me, somebody could come and pretend they're on your level. And then you find out down the line that they're not. That's more hurtful.
But guess what though? I would know, whether they're not or not, I would know, bro, that they've
not always.
No, but hold on, listen, let me finish. What I'm saying is, the reason why I said I would know, bro, look, listen, I won't know that they're full of shit. I won't know that. But guess what I will know? They had to use energy. Who's got that time? You don't have to, you don't lose no energy chatting shit. But you
but some
energy.
People have.
Oh, bro, listen, if they have, I don't, what do I lose? You lost that. I made you get up and go boom, 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 boom for 6 months. And then you was full of shit. What do I lose?
Yeah, but you know what you lose though. But there's the thing though. But here's the thing, though. You gotta understand, bro. It's like one of the most common complaints in failed relationships is, "Oh, he's not who I thought he was, or she's not who I thought he was."
Yeah. So
that told me already. Actions, we can't just. You can put on the front. You can put on the act. You can play the long game. Many women and many men do that.
Absolutely.
To secure.
Yeah.
To secure themselves. So therefore, the only way I'm gonna be able to see through your actions or your words is by knowing what's in your heart.
But bro, but again, what you just said, how can you tell what's in someone's heart if they're performing, bro? We can't.
Yeah, you know why you can tell what's in someone's heart if they're performing. Again, it comes down to energy.
You know what? Yeah, I keep hearing too much of this energy talk, fam. Yeah, and people need to fucking pay their bills in their yard about fucking energy. Yeah, they got energy, but they ain't got no energy in their fucking house. No gas. Talking about fucking energy. Yeah, I'm tired of energy. Yeah, all I'm saying is consistency. Like I said, if somebody's action, I'd rather someone be lying to me, yeah, and fucking lose weight because they had to break a sweat, fam, to do it, than just talk for free and gas me up just by talking. They ain't wasted no time. They ain't spent no money. They all for what? Bro, hey, I'm a female now, blood. You gotta wine and dine me, blood. You get me?
You know what? Let me blow you up. Me, fam. I'm gonna blow you up, yeah, because since we're grown men and we're talking honestly, bro, let's be real. When man's younger and doing the gallus thing, it's because man's acting the whole time. You're linking the chick acting. We're acting the whole time, and sometimes some girls will clock that you're acting. Some girls never do.
Vic, my brother. Vic, how old are you? How old are you again?
Mid-30s. This is what I'm saying to you.
Okay, bro. Bro, I'm 40, bro. Yeah, I'm 40. And it doesn't mean I know more or less than you, bro. But you see me, yeah, I have a problem with people having power over me. So, and when my book comes out, you will see, fam, when I wasn't getting no women, I was right in the back. When that changed, bro, I have a chapter in my book called Fuck It. Yeah? And that chapter is when, bro, that chapter of my life is when I was giving no fucks at all, bro. That was the worst version of me because I didn't want to be that guy, but there's a reason I became that guy. And what I'm saying to you is I didn't have to do the performing thing. I was so blunt with it that I became immune to feelings. So I've had to chat shit before and whatever, but to perform, not really. Like, and it's not because I'm better than any man or whatever, but bro, when it weren't going for me, bro, it really weren't going for me, fam. Trust me. yeah, I was around all the girls and everyone else was doing their thing but me, right? And then things changed and I became a bit more aggressive because I had my heart broken. I had my heart broken and I became an animal, bro. Because I came like, no one ever gonna disrespect me like that ever again. But now that's not who I want to be. That's not who I want to be anymore. Because so now I have the perfect balance. I know how to let a woman love me, but I also know that it's impossible to ever get me into a space where you can disrespect me. It's impossible. Because I've had the balance. I've had to go through it.
You need therapy, bro. You need therapy. I might give you the number to my therapist.
I'm going therapy. I do therapy. I do therapy. It's called FIFA. Family,
bro,
respect, King.
Nice talking to you, man. Love always, man.
Later. Shit. Oh, mate. I am sweating from that conversation. Jeez. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Apologies, man. It got a bit heated, but, you know, through one conversation, other things spiral. So hopefully you guys are still with me. You know what I mean? But I had to break it down. I had to break it down for my boy. All right. Omar, I'm coming to you shortly. Lucy in the building. Mishi in the building. Afia in the building. Samina in the building. All right, Samina, now I think like you just looking man now. That's what I think now. Yeah.
Huh?
I'm joking. I'm joking. Talk to me. What you saying?
Bro, my chest. I'm not gonna lie. I got like hot in my chest. Because
is it the shisha? Is it the shisha?
I don't know if it's the shisha or the conversation, because sometimes people will just be saying stuff. And see, the reality is, okay, let's just get straight to it, yeah? At the end of the day, a lot of the time, it's not about matching me where I'm at, yeah? But you have to be on my level, if that makes sense. So I'm not expecting you to be exactly the same person I am.
Exactly.
I don't want you to be the same person I am. It makes no sense.
Exactly.
Like Evie said in the comments, it's like dating yourself, isn't it? And at the moment, I am currently dating myself. So in that, yeah, no, but I'm learning myself and I'm trying to enjoy my time with myself and whatever. But this whole like dating people that are takers or potential, ain't nobody got time for potential. At the end of the day, everything is a potential. If I get with somebody and they're not where they want to be just yet, that's not an issue. It's what are you doing to get to where you want to get to? Am I always going to have to be the one to be like, babes, I feel like you should apply for this job? Or am I going to always have to build you up and give you that security or that the them to fight for yourself? I can't fight for you. I'm trying to fight for myself. Do you get what I mean? And I feel like in my past, I have dated one in the person was a taker, and that came out of their insecurity because they were incapable of being or matching me where I was at. And it wasn't, for me, it was never a financial thing. Like, alhamdulillah, I thank God, I've been blessed and I've experienced life. And if you're with me, I want you to experience the life I have, right? But at the same time, it got to a stage where, and this also builds on my insecurity. I feel like Asia was talking about in terms of the way you're brought up sometimes can play an effect on how you view relationships. So growing up in a single household, like my mum was always the worker.